August 2015 English Senior Dictation. Ready? Start. Mr. Speaker Sir, at the outset, I would like to point out that we are thinking in terms of a society in which we will be able to provide at least the basic minimum to every individual in our country. When we want to raise the standard of living of the people, we have to take into consideration the farmers and agricultural laborers. In view of this, the agricultural sector will have to be improved. I think you will agree that we cannot do it unless we put in new life and vigor into it. For this purpose, we should have an economic programs which will give new economic strength to this section of people. The question is how we can do it. It is not as if we would be able to bring about this change by a small increase in the production of lands. If we have to produce food like vegetables and milk, we are not going to have a system which would be required to meet the immediate requirements of our people by having a small increase in the productivity of our lands that we will be able to meet our needs. We should produce the food grains required in a small area of land and release the other land for growing vegetables. If there is only a small increase every year, we will continue to be in the same position as we are now. So we have to see that we are in a position to produce much more than what we are now producing per acre, and also limit the area which will be required for the purpose of food grains so that the other areas may be used for other purposes. In this connection, there is another point which we must bear in mind. At present, even our forest area is getting reduced. In industrially developed countries, after restricting the area of cultivation, they are growing new forests to meet their industrial requirements. I have no doubt that we should also reach that stage of development when we would require all these forest products. Then I hope you will agree that it is not merely fertilizers and seeds which would help us. In addition to this, we should have water also. Even with regard to water, we have to change our ideas. In the past, our irrigation projects have been on the basis of productive water supply and not water supply for intensive cultivation. That is why we have to develop underground water resources so that where one crop is grown, we may be able to raise two crops, and where two crops are grown, we may be able to raise three crops. That is where we have to give importance to minor irrigation. That is what we are doing now. Wherever it is possible, we are trying to have tube wells and surface wells. This will have to be done for the purpose of irrigation. It is not as if we have neglected minor irrigation. Some people seem to think that simply because I am laying stress on fertilizers, I am ignoring the irrigation aspect. I may tell you that I am more aware of the necessity of water for carrying out this program than anybody else. Without water, we cannot just give the seeds and fertilizers and ask the farmers to produce. That is why, while I am trying to take advantage of the available water supply areas we have developed other areas also if we want to bring about a balanced development in the area. Letter from National Stores Chennai to Messrs. Hari and Company Chennai. Dear sirs, we have great pleasure in announcing that this day we have purchased from Thiru Ramasamy the stationery business known as Imperial Stores so far carried on by him at the above address. We wish to inform you that we propose to continue the business at the same address but under the style National Stores. The business will remain closed for a few days for purposes of stock taking and renovation of showroom and will reopen on 1st August. You will be glad to know that sufficient stocks of all kinds of stationery articles will be maintained and the showroom will have an attractive new look. We hope that our customers and patrons will be very much satisfied with the new arrangement. On this occasion, we would like to assure you that there will be no change in the business policy so far allowed by Thiru Ramasamy. It will be our earnest effort to give our customers and patrons the same satisfaction and quality of service that they have enjoyed under the previous management. We hope that the business will continue to receive the same support and patronage from you as before, and we assure you of our best attention at all times. Please take note of our signature below, which will be used in all further correspondence and engagements entered into by us. Yours faithfully.